you ready? I have WhatsApp open.
I'm actually making a cup of coffee, so...
Okay, it's funny. It's so funny.
Are we sure we want me to say it?
I don't think it matters who says it ultimately, but a man is more likely to respond to another man asking a favour because patriarchy.
Can you both get closer to the mic? We'll want to record this.
Okay.
Sure, sorry.
I'm making the call. Hi! My name's Michael. Clara gave us your contact. She told us that you were unlikely to talk to us about the website, but perhaps you would be able to answer some of our questions about Back of Bourke. My sister and I currently have a podcast researching the show, and we'd appreciate your expertise if and when you have the time.
Welcome to Back of Bourke.
This is a podcast dedicated to unravelling the mysterious 1960s Australian television program Back of Bourke. The show has no remaining or known footage of any of the unknown number of episodes and confusing, contradictory information regarding the writers, directors, and overall narrative.
So, the webmaster who has insisted we use his full name, Aloysius Silver, has been in touch. And not the point, but I like him.
Yeah, I like him too. Odd.
Yeah, he's super odd.
But he's genuinely lovely, and he agreed to let us include one of our conversations with him in the show.
I know we have already spoken about this, but for the podcast, can you explain why you are interested in Back of Bourke?
Same reason I'm guessing you are, mate. Remember it, and bits and pieces of episodes, but that's it. Cannot prove it all now exists. I was bored at my first job. Standard. It was an electronics store. And it, Back of Bourke, poked itself into my brain. Like something just sparked. Zap.
And when was this?
Me remembering watching it, or me remembering it.
Both?
Me remembering it about 1960. Me watching it not until the 90s, mate.
What do you mean?
But it's one of the bases of my theories. You have read my posts on Waves.
Yes, actually. You believe that Back of Bourke can be directly fed into people's subconscious.
I remember the show before I ever watched it. Lots of people remember Back of Bourke from their childhoods and blame the spottiness of their memory of being young. I never watched the show in the 60s, but I thought of the show in the 60s.
I'm sorry, you thought of the show?
Yeah, 1960, on a Thursday. Splashes of Back of Bourke shoved in my head. I had a seizure, taken to the hospital, but I still remember lots. Like a guy that introduces Bourke and then cannot escape town. A man that walks and walks to give people things they have dropped. Walls of photographs of a welcome to Bourke sign. A bubbling billabong, silhouette things following people. A person making big paintings of a house. A woman writing in a secret book. I kind of pushed it aside as a freaky hallucination. I did take quite a lot of drugs back in the day, but sober for 23 years.
Well, congratulations.
Well, thank you, bro. Anyway, freaky dream. Then I was at an office party when I became corporate for a bit in the 80s and 90s. Some people were arguing about a TV show that one bloke swore existed, and nobody else remembered. This guy described my seizure hallucination exactly. The trap guy, the billabong, the painter, the rides, the shadows. I pushed the hallucinations to the back of my brain. I kind of attacked him, well, shook him, asking him where he knew my dream from. He said it was from something called Back of Bourke.
So, is that how you found Clara's webpage?
Well, not just yet. For a while I tried to read everything I could about how either somebody could put images of the TV show in your head, or if LSD could predict the future. Both are technically possible. Once I ran out of stuff I could read, I went online. I was a bit of a chatball newbie, and so would read heaps of stuff, but did not post. Each bit that I read raised more questions about the show, and then I started posting. Not a lot at first. You understand some of these people can be a bit obsessive? I really thought about my comments, wanted proof of stuff, before getting into a conversation.
And so, how long were you posting before you got in touch with Clara?
Oh, I didn't get in touch with her, bro. She got in touch with me.
Did she say why?
Oh yeah, she was done. Still interested in Back of Bourke, but had a young family and a full-time gig, so didn't have time to be admin anymore. I'm a bit older than her and had the time.
She noticed your sensibility on the memory boards.
Yeah, I was the only one that could not fight, just post facts. It wasn't instant, you understand. We became good mates before she asked me to take over for her.
And you said you had something to share with us when we texted you last night.
Well, like Clara did with me, I trust you guys, and Clara also trusts you. You know what I'm saying?
We do not have time to take over admin of a website.
Dude, I'm not giving that up, nah. There's something I found on the production page that I think I'm now ready to share.
What is it?
Why were you not ready to share it before?
Because I didn't have proof, you know? Now you are here and can find it. I have listened to your other episodes. You were good at digging and have presented everything with reasonable distance.
Thank you, we tried.
Yeah, so what did you find on the production site?
You know how the website glitches? Everything related to Back of Bourke does. One person will bring up a page and see something completely different from somebody on a different device that could even be sitting right next to them.
Yes, we have seen it happen.
Right. One of the glitches that happened for me was major. More information than I have ever seen on that page. I screenshot it before it could disappear, and it did disappear. I have never seen anything like it again.
And you're willing to share this screenshot with us?
Already sent to your inbox. Stay safe, mate.
Did we get all that, Michelle?
Yeah, the level's a bit low, but we can fix that. Did you notice?
Yeah, the shadows again.
Are you okay?
I think it was the stay safe that slightly spooked me. Guys, Aloysius came through. I've sent you both a screenshot. Do you want to read it out and give your first look opinions?
So initially what I'm seeing is the screenshot shows the details of 2 alleged Back of Bourke episodes.
Wow, this is kind of crazy. I cannot believe he had this and gave it to us. On the page, what is listed as episode 5 has a small synopsis like you would find in a TV guide or on a streaming service.
So I'll read the episode 5 synopsis. Episode 5 is titled Hidden in Plain Sight. Sight with an S-I-T-E. The synopsis reads, an artist is commissioned to paint a mural. The artwork stretches the expanse of a town street. Tall, canvas-bound gypboard placed half a metre in front of the thin, weather-beaten houses and stores. The painter has been told the final work must be a replica of everything in the designated block. Buildings, pavement, dirt, cracks, all exact. But who requested the unusual project is nothing compared to why it needs to be created. Figures cannot visit what they cannot find.
Figures?
I do not like that term. It's ominous.
Shadows again, possibly?
Maybe.
The other episode on the screenshot is listed as episode 7, and unlike episode 5, episode 7 seems to be a series of notes.
Yeah.
Like the person writing a draft of a story.
So do you want to read the actual story?
Yeah.
And I will, anytime I talk, I'll read the brackets. So
Yeah.
for those listening, when I interrupt Michael, it's usually with a question or a piece of research the writer seems to be utilising.
Yeah.
We'll try it that way?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Hopefully, it's a lot of text, so it might be hard to understand.
All right. So 1.5 story, second draft, one horse town, one tracked mind. Script, avail 17664.
A businessman, perhaps a banker, lawyer, other hoity-toity sort, is travelling on a train to the remote town. He holds on his lap a briefcase and atop that his bowler hat. He fusses about with some papers that have something to do with executing a will. He looks at his watch and taps on it as it is not working.
Multiple close shots of his impatience.
Leaning over to other passengers on the train, he asks, "Dear me, I seem to have forgotten to wind my watch. Do you know how far we are from..."
Town name.
"Why, yes," they respond kindly. almost too enthusiastically. I can
Close his eyes and let something wash over them.
feel it. It's just a quarter of an hour, sir. You ever been to
Town name.
before? No, not ever. You're going to love it. Unfortunately, we have been having a bad turn of events in
Town name.
recently with the drought, but that should all change soon. The people are too ebullient about this little hole in the ground. It's disconcerting. He arrives in
Town name.
and quickly discovers that everyone is obsessed with an empty statue plinth. They praise the absent statue as the town's founder. The businessman is trying to find someone to complete his executor duties, but keeps getting swept up by people to join weird rituals or events. Not over-the-top things, just strange ones. Like a 3 o'clock 30-second gaze into the statue void.
Staring into the void, note take quotes from A's journal, approx pages 29 to 32.
The locals are insistent that he meet everyone in the town. They gradually start to feel his frustration and become mad at his disrespect for their town and its traditions.
Directly from A, page 41.
Eventually, he reveals the name of the will he is trying to execute, and it is the name on the plaque marking the founder's statue. The townspeople are not surprised. Of course, the founder always provides. They lead the businessman to the plinth and force/ask him to stand on top. He obliges. He turns to bronze. The name on the plaque changes to the businessman's name. It starts to rain. There is a time lapse of the statue aging until it also dies and crumbles. A new person comes to town inquiring after the businessman who disappeared 50 years before. The founder always provides.
From reading it and hearing you read it, I think episode 7 may be the most pertinent information we have about Back of Bourke so far.
Yeah. What's standing out to you?
It's specifically the notes that say from A, page 41, or A's journal. Could A be one of the Back of Bourke writers, maybe? If not, it's an unusual element to add to a story draft. Don't you think?
Yeah. I mean, now that you pointed it out, I agree. But the first thing that was highlighted for me was the number at the top, like 17664. Do you think that could be a date?
It's too long for a year date.
Well, not if it was the 17th of June, 1964.
That is very dumb of me. Yeah, that's very much around the time we estimated the show was filmed, or at least broadcast.
And elements do line up with what we have read on the message boards and fan archive of people's memories of some of the episodes of the show.
I think we will have to do some more troving now that we have more information.
Let's trove. Okay.
Yeah, pop that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry if the sound quality is a bit worse than usual. We needed to record this and Michelle's not here. Okay. Do you have them?
Yeah, here. Okay. Oh, there it is. Number 5, HIPS.
Yeah. And 70HTOHM. Yeah. We did it.
We did it. It's the episode titles.
Okay. Wow. Oh, Michelle would want us to explain this.
Okay, right. Okay, the codes that are on the website, we mentioned them in episode 2 of this podcast.
It's episode 1.
Sorry. Okay, right. It's a series of capital letters, each grouped together in a word 8 to 11 letters in length. 8 of them in total. We deciphered them.
Yeah, we were just chatting and realised that the 5 episode titles we now know correlate with 5 of the codes.
From this, we can surmise that 3 more episodes of Back of Bourke that we are yet to learn titles of. Do you think that these are all the episodes?
Like a total of 8?
Yeah.
I think I do, yeah. And if I were to look at this like completely objectively...
Yes, love it, go on.
The lack of footage could or does imply not much footage to begin with. Therefore, we can guess at a short or like a limited run TV show, a single season for 8 episodes.
Makes sense.
Yeah, so we're looking to discover 3 more episodes. What do you think about the parts of the codes we are missing? Like the bits that are the exact same after every initial, all the initial episode titles?
Well, I think maybe, perhaps, that the WD could mean writer-director or written and directed by.
Yeah, I like it.
It's constant, so which would lead to DZL being the 3 writers and directors, or even more impressively, I guess, the initials of one writer and director who was the single visionary of Back of Bourke.
Have we even looked that up?
What? Look what up.
You know, like, what's that called? In the search on the site, the memory hole one? If I look up DZL... Oh, gosh.
What?
No, don't.
Oh my god.
If you have any information about Back of Bourke, please get in touch with us. The link to the podcast website is in the show notes, and you can email us at bob@3pwidget.com.
A note that these episodes were recorded and researched on the stolen and unceded lands of the Ghana people. The names of some of the locations discussed are colonial, and we understand and apologise for the atrocities that were committed during all the times from which we quote.